We are on live.
Hello and namaste to everyone joining us today from around the globe. This is me, Jeshi Shiman Krishna Shrestha, 2019-2020 JCI APDC Development Officer from Nepal. I am pleased to welcome you all today in APDC Connects Together Future Forward. Please follow our APDC page and enjoy live stream from APDC page. Today we have very special guests as speaker to discuss and talk unlock your potential. 2015 JCI India National President, Dr. G. Subramanian. Now, let us take the opportunity to introduce our today's trainer, Dr. G. Subramanian. He's a professor of English, Government Art College, Cumbrota, life skill coach, motivator, and HR facilitator. His education qualification are MA, MPhil, and PhD. He is a certified quality auditor and trainer from the Indian Institute of Quality Management and certified trainer by British Council for University of Cambridge Business English. He is also a prominent counselor. GS has been involved in designing, organizing, and conducting various training programs to different group of audience for the last several years in India and abroad. Hundreds of key business leaders and professionals from all walks of life, such as a general manager, senior engineer, entrepreneurs, marketing executives, insurance executives, development officers, police officers, teachers, hotel executive trainers, students, and etc., have benefited significantly. His, his few impressive clientele includes Airbus India, V-Guard Industry, SJC Chits Private Limited, MPG, Pune Sugar, FSCET, Government of Tamil Nadu Department of Health, Corporation of Cambodia City, Jandi TQM, Avalon Aviation Academy, IDYMG, PPPTS Ltd, Miglo Technology, JCI, Lions Club, and Rotary Clubs. He has been closely associated with 22 leading professional colleges in India and abroad. A powerful public speaker, motivator, and a creative trainer, GS has approached in practical, convincing, and relevant to the real world with an inherent capacity to motivate inner success to maximize one personal's and business effectiveness. He has authored 13 books in the field of technical English, business English. He has programmed 2 software in the field of language and self-help. He represented India in World Leadership Academy, Japan in the year 2012, and he was conferred with Phil Buxley Patron USA for his service to humanity. He was invited to the United Nations for Global Partnership Summit and represented JCI India. He was the national president of JCI India in 2015, which had 44,000 young leaders as members. He created a 42 authors by his work that become an author today. He is married to Dr. S.N. Mahalakshmi and blessed with 2 daughters, Dr. G. Subramaniam. Before handing over the floor to the speaker, I request all the JC's viewers, if you have any question, please drop your queries in the chat box. So now, here is our trainer, the most effective person, Dr. G. Subramaniam. So floor is yours, Dr.
Thank you very much, Suman, for a wonderful introduction. Actually, I felt that my wife would have listened to it. She would have been happy listening words, good words given in a very good way. Thank you, Suman, the chairperson of APDC, Romana Chaudhary, and my good friends from India, from APDC, Anirudh and Arshad, and all the members of APDC and the past national president from JCI Nepal, Rajendra Bhai, and all the friends across the globe. Good evening to everybody from India. Dear friends, let me share the screen and move forward with, yes. Yeah. So the program is being designed on the topic called Unlock Your Potential. Before going into the program, I just want to share with the friends here. Let it be little interactive in the sense I'll be asking few discussions here. So you can contribute your answers using your chat box. And all the answers are only through chat boxes, not by unmuting your mics. So just answer it in the chat box so that it will be interactive and participatory. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy and indeed a great pleasure to be a part of this APDC training program. So let's get into the session now. As I was saying here, unlock your potential. So what is this training objective is all about? I'm just going to touch on only 3 parts because it is going to be exactly 1 hour. At 7 o'clock, we'll stop. As Suman was very clear in giving me a very clear idea, sir, I'll say goodbye. I'm waiting for that at 7 o'clock, Suman. No problem. And my dear friends, lockdown is good. That is the first question we are going to ask, right? The entire world is facing something which never faced in the past, right? So the question is, lockdown is good. So we'll just check it out. Number 2, we'll be checking out what is the word potential, which is a very common word, but we are not sure about exactly what is the word potential means. Or rather, I can put it like that, what is the potential of the word potential, right? So we'll understand the potential of the word, what is potential, right? That's number 2. Number 3 is, I'm not just going to tell you whether it's lockdown is good or bad, or I'm not just going to tell you what is potential, but I'm also going to give you a very powerful keys to unlock the potential, right? So the program is designed in such a way, as JCs, we believe that Earth great treasure lies in human personality. So unlocking the personality of a human, because today's problem in the world is not just COVID alone, not just a corruption or any other problems. It is somewhere somebody is missing to put the world together and get a solution for that. So that means the leader is missing somewhere. So as JCs believe it in creating of a leaders of a tomorrow, and we consistently created leaders of tomorrow, and we are successful in doing it. This program will be focusing on finding out that potential to make everybody as a participant. So I'm not just going to give that information alone. I'm also giving you a suggestion here. As a participant, you are expected to participate in such a way. Whenever I give an incident, or whenever I give a story, or whenever I give an information, try to put yourself in that particular place. If I'm saying a point, Suman can put himself in that particular place and check it out. Harshad can put it in that place. So how it will be for me. So that is the way a training program has to be participated. Because just listening to your training program might be an excitement. It's like going to a Jackie Chan movie or a Bruce Lee movie, and you come out with a lot of enthusiasm. After some time, the enthusiasm goes off. It is not like that. You should put yourself in that particular situation and understand it. With this basic information, and let me move forward, right? So the first question, you can use your chat box. We got 61 participants here. Is it lockdown good or bad? That's a question. If you feel yes, you put yes. If you see no, you put no. Yes. I'm getting right. Is it lockdown good or bad? No, yes, yes. Oh, we have yeses. Okay, Suman says yes. Ravi says no. And Robin says yes. And Nuno says no. Okay, my dear friends, we are getting a mixed answer of yes and no. Thank you for your immediate response. I appreciate that. Let's check it out. Now I'm going for a little bit of information across the world from a different walks of life of a human. And I'm going to narrate who these persons are. You're going to find it out who this person is, right? So to start with, first one, Arshad, get ready, right? So the first one, I'm just going to narrate a person here. You have to find it out who's this person. I'm narrating it. After being cut from his high school basketball team, right? I'm speaking about an international personality. You just check it and let me know. After being cut from his high school basketball team, he was devastated, went home and locked himself, underline the word, locked himself in his room and cried and cried and cried. Can you tell me which person I'm trying to put it here? Anybody? Yes, you can use your chat box. Anybody here? Yes, Sandeep from Nepal. Got it. Yes, Sandeep. Sandeep is the first person to get it. It is Michael Jordan. Absolutely, my dear friends. It is Michael Jordan. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the message we get from this particular person is, see, when he wanted to start a career as a basketball player, rather a student as a basketball player in his high school, his school said that you're not fit to become a basketball player. You don't have a capacity to become a basketball player. He was thrown to the docks and he was pushed to the corners. And Jordan could not accept it. And Jordan decided, let me come out of it. And he went into the home and he was crying. He was in a lockdown mode. And he was crying and crying and crying, and he was in a sorrowful mood. And when he came out, he didn't come as a basketball player, Michael Jordan. He came out as an NBA champion. 6 times NBA champion. My dear friends, when he came out of that lockdown, I'll tell you, my dear friends, he was not just a international basketball player called Michael Jordan. He became a champion basketball player called Michael Jordan. So now the question is it lockdown good or bad? That's a question. Let's try it out. I'm going to the second person. Try to find out who this person is. I'm not speaking about a person here. I'm here to speak about a group of people here. They were rejected by a numerous record labels, including a Decca Records, which said guitar groups are on the way out and they have no future in show business. Can you tell me which is the guitar group which I'm speaking here? Anybody? Anybody can try it out. You can use your chat box and you can give your answers. Anirudh got it right, my dear friends. I'm speaking about a guitar troupe called Beatles. It is Beatles. Ashok is right. Sri Rajesh is right. Thank you very much. Shanish, Sheriff, non-coordinator business, Beatles is right. Very good, my dear friends. You got the answers. You know, Beatles, when Beatles started becoming a music troupe, they went with the guitar to all the recording agencies and the recording agencies laughed at them, right? See, recording agencies said, my dear friends, guitar has nothing to do with pop business. Guitar has nothing to do with the rock business. So they were disappointed. And they were thrown out of every recording agency and they went for a lockdown mode. They were not showing their face anywhere. But after some time, they came back and they showed the face, not just as in a beat, not just as in a pop troupe or not just as a rock troupe. They become a champion pop troupe. You know, guitar has become a part and parcel of a pop troupe after Beatles. And you know, if you ask somebody who is born in 1970s and 80s and you ask them, what is this Beatles is all about? It is a cult. It is a semi-religion. You believe it? It's a sort of a semi-religion. So when they went to a lockdown mode and they came out of the lockdown mode, they didn't become just as a music troupe called Beatles. They became a champion music troupe called Beatles. So my question is, my dear friends, is it lockdown good or bad? That's the same question it is asked. Let's go to the third person. We have checked Michael Jordan. We have checked my Beatles. Now you find it out which is the person I'm speaking here. No one wanted to hire him as an artist. In fact, he could not get hired elsewhere either. So his brother got him a temporary job. His first animation studio went bankrupt. Can you tell me which is the person I'm speaking about? Can you tell me which is the person I'm speaking about? Yes, Kushal got it, right? From Pathan, JCA Pathan, right? Kushal got it. It is Walt Disney. Sandeep from Nepal got it. It is Walt Disney. Fantastic, my dear friends. You are all smart guys. Thanks for your quick answers, right? It is Walt Disney. He is the man who founded a company called Disney World. You know what the world said? He has no artistic attitude. That was the world said. The world said that, Mr. Disney, you don't have an imagination. You don't have a creativity. You don't have an artistic touch. You cannot be an artist. Wherever he went to job, he was thrown out of the job. His brother got a job. Again, he was thrown out of the job. He started a company and he lost the money and he became bankrupt. His animation studio went to docks. So whatever he did, it was a failure and people said that you are unfit to be an imaginative guy or an artist. And this Walt Disney went for a lockdown. He was missing. He was missing for a period of time and nobody knows what happened to him. And he came back after a lockdown and he was not just a Walt Disney. He became a champion artist called Walt Disney. And he created something which human being cannot think of it. A theme park called Disney World. A Disney World is an imagination in a form of a reality. And in the inauguration of the Disney World, two executives were speaking to each other. And for your information, when the Disney World was inaugurated in Florida, Walt Disney was no more. He was dead and gone and sleeping in the grave. And two executives were speaking to each other and one fellow was telling to the other one, he's saying that it is so bad, Disney is no more to see this. And the senior most executive told, no, he saw that. That's why we are working in Disney World. My dear friends, that is the power of imagination this guy got. And he was in a lockdown mode and he came out of a lockdown mode. He didn't become an artist. He became a champion artist called Disney and he created something called a Disney World. So the question is, ladies and gentlemen, is it lockdown good or bad? That's a question. Let's move on to the next one. When she wrote the first Harry Potter book, she was divorced, bankrupt after a dozen publishers rejected her manuscript, only finally agreed to publish it. Who is this person I'm speaking about? I gave the clue straight away. I gave the clue. Yes, Sandeep, you're right. Nepal. J.K. Rowling. Khushbu is right. Rowling. Shanif is right. Agalia is right. Yes, J.K. Rowling. It is Rowling. Fantastic, my dear friends. It is J.K. Rowling. And you know what, my dear friends? This lady, J.K. Rowling, the first person to become a US dollar billionaire by writing book. I repeat, she's the first person to become a US dollar billionaire by writing a book, the second richest female entertainer of the whole world of entertainment. And when this lady wanted to write, her mother said, no, you don't have a capacity to write. When she wanted to write, she got married. When she wanted to write, she gave birth to babies. When she wanted to write, she got divorced. When she wanted to write, she was put into streets. When she wanted to write, she didn't have a 3 square meal a day. When she wanted to write, she's troubled with financial problems. In spite of all this, she went in a silent mode. And she went to a lockdown mode, and nobody knows what happened to J.K. Rowling at that point of time. And J.K. Rowling wrote in a book, and she came out of that book, and she gave that Harry Potter book to the 10 publishers, and all of them rejected. And the publisher who published the book also rejected this book, but he published this book because the manuscript was read by his own daughter, and daughter says that, Daddy, I like this book. Please publish it for my sake. And that publisher published Harry Potter. You know, rest is a history. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2015, a survey says, in the year 2015, her property was and her value was more than Queen Elizabeth of England. Now tell me, is it lockdown is good or bad? That's a question, right? We spoke about Michael Jordan, we spoke about Beatles, we spoke about Walt Disney. We are speaking about a writer and author called J.K. Rowling. Who is this? Find it out. His fiancée died, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated not in 1 or 2 or 3 or 7, 8 elections. Can you tell me who is this person I'm speaking about? It? The person who was defeated in 8 elections. Rajendra Bhai is right. Abraham Lincoln. It is not Albert Einstein, it is Abraham Lincoln. Thank you very much, my dear friends. Rahul is right. Ashish Sharma is right. Okay, Sandeep is right. Devi Gutala is right. Abraham Lincoln. Thank you very much, my dear friends. It is Abraham Lincoln, right? It is not just Abraham Lincoln, right? It is the 16th president of the United States of America. You know, the 16th president of United States of America, Abraham, belongs to not to 2000, not to 1900. He belonged to the age where we were nothing about to know, that is 1800. And he is a white man. You know the story, right? He was defeated. In a teenage, you want to have a romance, his girl died. He wanted to start a business, he became bankrupt. And because of that, he lost his nerve. And he went to an election, he lost election. And in his whole of a life, this man only once he won it, and that was to become the president of United States of America. He is not yet another president. I repeat, underline this word. I know that all the people who are listening here are there in some JCA positions or other. Either you may be a law president, you may be a counselor, you may be APTC chairperson, you may be the national president, or you may be the JCA president, or you may be somebody who is holding some position in your office. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, please understand, leadership is not a position, it's all about action. And this man is a classical example. This man went to in a silent mode. This man went to in a lockdown mode. And he was not known what happened to this man. And he came back and contested an election, and he became the president of America. Not just a president of America. He's a man who gave a freedom to a fellow human being. He gave a freedom by law to the Black Americans. He is the man who rewrote the history of the world by removing the word called slavery in the history of America. Ladies and gentlemen, some people read history, some people make history, some people break history. And this man belonged to that people. He is a man who creates history. That's why even after 200 years, we are speaking about Abraham Lincoln. The question is it lockdown good or bad? That's a question. So let's check it out. The other person, Try, get ready with your fingers. Let's see which is the fastest finger now. He was not able to speak until he was almost 4 years old. And his teacher said he would never amount to much. Can you tell me which is the person I'm speaking about? Anybody? Anybody? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? Khushbu is right. Rahul is right. Fantastic, my dear friends. Yes, Devi is right. Suman is right. Fantastic, everybody. Thank you very much, my dear friend. It is Albert Einstein. It is Albert Einstein. You know what? This man could not speak for first 4 years. He was dumb. And he was taken to the doctor's. Doctor says that he cannot speak. And his teacher said that he has no capacity to think. And this man who has no capacity to speak and think got a Nobel Prize. See, men may come, men may go, and many people in this world has taken a Nobel Prize. But his Nobel Prize is altogether special. Why? Because it has been said that he is the last scientist witnessed by human race till today. We have innovators, please understand. Inventions are not taking place. Graham Bell invented telephone, but Steve Jobs innovated it. We didn't have any. It is Charles Babbage who made computers, but Bill Gates innovated on it. We don't have a scientist. You know, intellectual says that Albert Einstein is the last scientist witnessed by human race. In spite of all this development, we are not able to challenge a COVID-19 problem. The reason is we are not having scientists. We are having only innovators, my dear friends. Invention is something new. We don't have a Marconi. We don't have Albert Einstein. We don't have a Graham Bell. I don't know what is happening in this world. And he's the last scientist who came that with E is equal to mc squared, we changed the dimension of the whole world. A theoretical physicist. And this guy went to a lockdown. He said that I'm not going to school. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at home. And his parents kept him in a lockdown. Never wanted to expose that their son is dumb. But when he came out of the lockdown, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't become an Albert Einstein. He became a Nobel Prize winner called Albert Einstein. So the question is, lockdown is good or bad? Let's go to the next one. Please tell me who is this gentleman I'm speaking about here. In his early years, teachers told him he was stupid. Right? He's a stupid guy. And wherever he went to work, he was fired from his work. And he's non-productive. Who is this guy I'm speaking about? Can you guess who is this guy I'm speaking about? Anybody? Who is this guy I'm speaking about? It is not Jack Ma. It is not Jack Ma. Chitrekar, it is not Jack Ma. Anybody else? Can you tell me who is this guy I'm speaking about? He was fired from a job. People saw it that, yes, you guys are getting the answers. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It is Thomas Alva Edison. Thank you very much. Chandramappa, you are the first person to give the answer. It is Thomas Alva Edison. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Thomas Alva Edison. And Edison, you know, Edison was thrown out of the school. And the teacher said that, you please listen to my statement here. Teacher said that we cannot teach him. This is the statement given by teacher. Yes, teachers are always right. Normal teachers cannot teach a genius like Thomas Alva Edison. He was kept at home and his mother is the only person who knows about him. And his deficiencies and his inabilities and his problems were not exposed. He was given a home education and this man was in a lockdown till his teenage. He was not shown to the world that there is a person called Thomas Alva Edison. And the moment he came to the world, he was not just Thomas Alva Edison. He became Sir Thomas Alva Edison, who is possessing more than hundreds of innovations and inventions to his credit. And people said that you don't have a knowledge to think, and he's the man who gave electric bulb. He's the man who gave the projector. He's the man who used the technology, the flicker technology in a camera. He's the man behind the Xerox machine. He's the man behind the, the mobility of a tram. He's the man who is behind the brake. He's the man behind the electronics and electrical engineering, which is happening in the world. And he's the founder of one of the biggest company called General Electrical. So ladies and gentlemen, tell me now, it is locked down, good or bad? Find it out from the other person. His act was initially rejected by Hollywood studio chief because they felt it was a little too nonsensical to ever sell. Can you tell me which is the guy I'm speaking about? Yes. He went for an option. He was asking people whether I can get an opportunity to enact in the movie. And people said, no, it's not possible. Can you tell me who is this person I'm speaking about it? Anybody? Anybody? It's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Agalia, it's not Arnold. It is not Robert Atkinson. It is not Robert Atkinson. Anybody? Yes, it is Bhaskaran. You're right. Rohit, it is not Mr. Bean. It is not Mr. Bean. Chandramappa, you're right. And yes, guys, Rahul Srinivasan is right. Adarsh is right. Yes, my dear friends, it is Charlie Chaplin. It is Charlie Chaplin. Yes. When Charlie Chaplin went to the people and asked for an opportunity to enact in the Hollywood movies, people said that your face is not straight. Your body is awkward and you cannot walk properly. And all the reasons were given to reject reject Charlie Chaplin because of his face, because of his action, because of his body, because of his mush. Everything was ridiculous, people said. And this man was upset and he was in a lockdown mode and he went to silent and he came out of that silence and he became not just a Charlie Chaplin, he became a world's best comedian. And you know, he's not just a comedian alone, he's an English filmmaker. And he's not a filmmaker alone, he's a composer. He can compose music, he can direct movies, and he can be in a produced movies. And more than that, the world's greatest dictator, the most best villain ever seen by the whole world is Adolf Hitler. Even Adolf Hitler is an ardent fan of Charlie Chaplin. That is the power of Chaplin. Somebody went to Charlie Chaplin and criticized him. Somebody asked, what is your profession? And Chaplin said that I'm a comedian. Are you a comedian? Then Charlie Chaplin says, yes, I am a comedian, but I'm serious about my business. Ladies and gentlemen, this man came out of the lockdown mode. He didn't become just a comedian called Charlie Chaplin. He became a champion of champions. And I'm giving a list of people in here, my dear friends. I'm giving a list of people. I gave you somebody from a sports called Michael Jordan. He went to a lockdown and he came back as a champion player called Michael Jordan. I spoke about Beatles. They went to silence and they came back as the cult called Silence Beatles Troupe. And a guy who was thrown out of the world without any imagination and came out as a Walt Disney, the champion artist. And the man who lost everything, the business, the love, the romance, the money, anything, election 8 times, and came out as the world's one of the ever memorable leader with all power, that is Abraham Lincoln after a lockdown. And I spoke about somebody called Thomas Alva Edison and Albert Einstein in the field of science and technology. And I spoke from the entertainment, the writing, the Charlie Chaplin and the author called J.K. Rowling. All these 8 peoples, ladies and gentlemen, all these 8 peoples, they went to the silent mode and they came back and they didn't become just a human being or a successful human being. They become somebody called a champions of champions. So get ready with your chat box. Answer me this question, the task. The task is, what is the common among all these 8 people? Please answer. Please answer. Come on. What is common among all these 8 people? Please answer this question. Everybody, I'm waiting for the answers. What is common among all these 8 people? What is common among all these people? Commitment, imagination. Oh yeah. And people say the other says that confidence, perseverance, overcome their pain. Oh, fantastic. Resilience. They are dreamers. Okay. Dedication. I'm getting good answers. Yes, ready to do anything, everything. Vision. They got the vision to work. Fantastic. They never give up. They never give up anything. Fantastic, my dear friends. I'm very impressed about your answers. Try and done. Okay, good, good, good. Never mind about the arts. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm not neglecting your answers. I'm taking all your answers. But let me give the answer which is expected from you. They all unlocked their potentials. They unlocked their potentials. When they went to a lockdown mode, that was a period where they are able to think about their potential. That is the period where they didn't question the world. They didn't just stop questioning their parents. They didn't just stop questioning the environment. They start questioning their own self. And they ask the question, why I was born? What is my purpose? What should I do as a basketball player? What should I do as a scientist? What should I do as an artist? What should I do as an author? What should I do as a leader? What should I do as an American president? He was asking a question to themselves. And Abraham Lincoln became a president, not to become a president, but to get a freedom for the Black Americans. And Walt Disney became an artist, not to become an artist, but to create in a Disney world. Right? And Charlie Chaplin did not become just as a comedian, but he became a comedian of all times, past, present, and future. Just because of one word, my dear friends, they all unlocked their potentials. That is the point I want to say here. If you are able to unlock your potential, I'll tell you, my dear friends, that is the time where you will see your reality and your power. Let's see and understand the word called potential. So now it's a time, use your chat box and give me the answer. What is the meaning of the word potential? What you have understood so far in your life? Please give the answer for potential. Everyone, come on, type. Please try it. Let's be interactive, right? Let's understand what is the meaning of the word potential. It is a strength, inner strength. Sandeep says it's a creativity. Pravika says where we are good at. Okay. Inner strengths. Okay, my dear friends, that's all good words. Anything else? Okay, inner strengths. Majority of the words are inner strengths. Okay, fantastic. Positivity all around. Okay, let me give the answers. Please be with me. What is mean by potential? It's a very simple word. Suman, am I right, Suman? You're with me. Thumbs up, Suman. You're there. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thanks. Right, thank you. Right. So it's a very simple word. What is potential? But let me tell you what is potential. Potential is unexposed ability. Unexposed ability, right? See, whatever you have it at present, you have a car, you have a bungalow, you're financially successful, and a society gave you some Nobel Prize, or you got in a Bharat Ratna, or you are the best citizen of the world. All these achievements, I'll tell you, my dear friends, it is nothing to do with it. Because still your potential is not known to you, because you are not the one and only, you're not the champion. You're just a winner. I just want to tell you the difference between a winner and a champion so that you will understand. Winners wins only once. Champions make winning as a habit. I repeat. Winners wins only once. Champions make winning as a habit. Many basketball players came and went, but champion of champion players, Michael Jordan. Many American presidents were there, but there is a champion of a champion. American president is only Abraham Lincoln. Let me tell you, my dear friends, potential is an unexposed ability. Whatever the success you got, it is all winning success. It is a winner's success. You are not a change maker of the world. You are not exposed or changed the world. You are not Mahatma Gandhi who changed the world. You are not Adolf Hitler, you crucified the world. Both these gentlemen know their abilities, right? The best crucifier of the world is Hitler. And best person who can speak about non-violence is Gandhi. Both lived in the same period. Potential is something which is unexposed. And the people who are listening to me today, whatever you got it is naturally happening. Still you're not extended. Still you're not expanded. Still you have not digged out your original ability. How do you know that you got your original ability? You will stand out of the crowd. And people say it's not possible. People criticize you. People humiliate you. When Gandhi said that I'm going to find freedom for India without any fighting, then people said it's not possible. When Lincoln said that I'm going to get freedom for the Black Americans, it is not possible. And that is the time your ability is coming out, ladies and gentlemen. So what is potential? Potential is unexposed ability. What is potential? It's a reserved power, number 2. It is a power which is kept in a reserve, right? And whoever has this reserve power is going to finish the line. The race of the people starts, but whoever has this reserve power, as the saying goes, when going becomes tough, tough gets going. The reserve power is something which is called as a potential. When everything is exhausted, I repeat, when everything is exhausted, your mind says it's not possible, your body says it's not possible, and it is over and out, that is the moment you get an energy to stand up and do something. That is called reserve power, and every leader should have that. And in the changes in the world is brought by somebody, not by armies or navies or air forces or group of people or the team of people. Somebody somewhere stood up and said that I am going to be the change, and they created the change. It is the reserve power of that particular individual stood up and that become Lenin. That reserve power of some individual stood up and that becomes Gandhi. And that reserve power of some individual who stood up, that become Nelson Mandela. That reserve power has stood up and they become Martin Luther King Jr. My dear friends, that is all about human leadership is about. So what is potential? It's untapped strength. Whatever the strength you got it, you see that I'm a good speaker, fantastic. You say that I'm a good writer, fantastic. What is your untapped strength? The strength which can make you one and only in the world, the champion of the world. I'll tell you, champions means you win a Wimbledon, you're a winner. You win a Grand Slam, are you a champion or not? I'm asking you a question. Type yes or no. You win Wimbledon, let's take a tennis. You win Wimbledon, you're a winner. You win Wimbledon, you win US Open, Australian Open, and America, all this Australian Open and French Open, and you got a Grand Slam. Are you a winner or a champion? Please tell me now. Are you a winner or a champion? I want the answer. If you're a champion, yes. Ajay says from Nepal, you're a champion. It's wrong, my dear friends. It's wrong. You got only one Grand Slam. That means you're a winner of a Grand Slam. You make Grand Slam after Grand Slam, that is called champion, my dear friends. You make the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. They are called as champions. You got only one Grand Slam. You're a winner of a Grand Slam. Are you the second? Are you the third? Are you got the fourth? As Roger Federer. Roger Federer is a champion. Winning one Grand Slam is not a champion. Please understand. The reason is your mind is expanded only to Grand Slam. But Roger Federer's mind is expanded to dig out the potential. And Federer says, my first Grand Slam was easier to the seventh Grand Slam. He says, seventh Grand Slam is tougher because everybody knows what Roger Federer can play. Yeah. He is totally exposed. And he has to become a champion of champions. That is called, my dear friends, untapped strength. Potential is untapped strength. And what is potential? It is a capped capability, which is put it in the box and closed, which is being kept inside, like Pirates of Caribbean. The heart of the villain is kept inside in a chest, something like that. Your original capabilities are already pushed. And people said, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it, you're not able to do it, you will never do it. And they're fired after fired, and you got the machine gun fired that you can't do it. And that you can't do it is the lock which has capped your capabilities. And that is what happened to J.K. Rowling. And J.K. Rowling, when she wanted to write, mother said no. Wanted to write, husband said no. Wanted to write, got divorced. Wanted to write, she was in the street. Wanted to write poverty. Wanted to write no resources. Capped capabilities. You break that. That is the day the original potential comes out. You become a champion author. What is potential then? It's unused success. You give your biodata and you say that I'm a national president in 2015. That's 2015, 5 years ago. You say that I got a Bharat Ratna in 2012. That is 2012. If you speak about the past success, it means you stopped living. I repeat. If you speak about the past success, you stopped living. Success is not once. Success is not once. And you keep updating. See, when my biodata was being read, I was writing books. Now I stopped writing books and I started creating authors. I wrote 13 books, but I created 43 authors. Just to give an example. Success is not once, my dear friends. You say that I have a car, I have a bungalow, I have 100 crores of rupees, I have $1 million in it. That's fantastic. That's financial success. But that's not once. Success is going for a shark hunt. Success is going for touching of Himalayas. Success is going for an hiking in Alps. You say that I have climbed Himalayas. That's fine. That's only once. Success is not once. Again and again you do it, it's called success, my dear friends. You hit a winning run, that's not success. And whenever you hit a winning run, that is called unused success. That's what Michael Jordan did. He made the last basket for the winning of the 6 times the history created in NBA. Then what is potential? It is a dormant gift. It's a sleeping one. It is sleeping inside you. You have to bring out. And it's a sleeping giant is called potential. And hidden talent is called potential. And latent power is called potential. And I have given you all these points here. Please note down. Potential is unexposed ability. People didn't understand this word. They took it easily. You know what? When a man with suit and boot could not achieve, I'm speaking an example from India. A man with suit and boot and a cane could not achieve. He removed his suit and boot and understood his potential, and he became half naked with a bald head and the spectacles and a stick in his hand. M.K. Gandhi became Mahatma Gandhi because he understood his potential. As simple as that. Right? You need not worry about your externals. The world will start listening to you. The world will start following you. The world will start thinking about you. And with one word of potential, he changed the whole world. I have a dream. The word, sing, this one word, I have a dream, by Martin Luther King, made a White House into Black House with Obama, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that's called potential word. So I'm giving a statement and I'm putting a silence for 5 seconds. You read the statement. I consciously took the words and wrote the statement. Please read the statement. Everybody, please. Yes, my dear friends. The abortion of a potential is the death of the future. In your life, in a country, or in a society. Right? The abortion of a potential is the death of the future. I want to speak about this because APDC is all about finding a potential norm, potential country, a potential place to grow, a potential way to, that is a classical example, I'll tell you. The future of a JCI in Asia Pacific lies with APDC. APDC is something, they are the sowers of the seeds. They are in the agriculture business, right? They sow the seed. Nobody knows who sowed the seed. And today the team under the leadership of Rumana is doing a sowing of a seed. The sower of the seed will vacate the office and go for sleep, but the seed will never sleep. I repeat, the sower of the seed will sleep, the seed will never sleep. And the team APDC, you guys are called a potential seed sowers. And Asia Pacific is growing because of you guys. That's why I'm saying the abortion of a potential is the death of the future. As of JCI in Asia Pacific is concerned, it is not going to happen because we have APDC, Asia Pacific Development Corporation. How beautifully we have designed this. Right, my dear friends. And let me move forward. And please understand this statement, the abortion of a potential in your life. If you don't find a new potential for this year, I'll tell you, no, next year is not yours. That's what I'm trying to say here. Every year you have to sow. You say, sir, I sowed 6 months ago. I made a reaping. Fantastic. Plow it and sow it again. Otherwise, you're outdated. You're out of this world. And the keys to your potential. I'm giving just 3 keys, very powerful keys quickly, because I got 14 minutes exactly. So I'm going forward, right? The first key, the dreamers are the saviors of the world, right? APDC is all young dreamers. They do imagination works only. How about starting in Cambodia? How about starting in Fuji? How about starting in this place? How about starting in that place? It's all dreamers or the saviors of the world. I repeat, APDC is the saviors of APAC, right? Asia Pacific area, right? The dreamers are the saviors of the world. And the saying goes, the future belongs to the people who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And I'm putting a statement here. You look at the statement here. I'll read it slowly and steadily. You be with me. Cherish your dreams. Cherish your ideals. Cherish the music that stares in your heart. You know, I'm telling you, stop there. Don't read anything more, right? You stop there. You be with me. See, if you have a real dream, whenever you think about the dream, you get the adrenaline in your body. That's called real dream. You should get the melody in your body, right? You're sick and sleeping within a dosage of a paracetamol, and you think of your dream, you should wake up. That's called dream, right? As our president of India once said, APJ Abdul Kalam, he said, a dream is not something which comes in sleep. A dream is something which never, ever allow you to sleep. Hello, you all with me? Yes, my dear friends. When you think of your dream, you should cherish it. It is something like a teenager doing a duet song with a girlfriend, right? You should cherish it. You should have a romance with your dream, man. If you don't have a romance with your dream, you cannot fight for your dream. That's what I'm saying here. The beauty that forms in the mind, the loveliness that drapes your purest thought. Wow, that is the romance of a dream. Okay? And you know, all environment, the whole heavenly bodies and the entire world will come and support you. If you love your dreams and you have a lovely dream, I repeat, if you love your dreams and you have a lovely dream, as I started the statement saying that the world belongs to the people who believe in the beauty of the dreams, right? And that is the first key. Then you will start searching for your potential. I have a dream, right? So today I was listening to a session and the speaker was saying that, which is the right vision? And the speaker said, if you go and tell your vision to somebody and people laugh at it, that is the right vision. I repeat, okay? You go and tell your vision, you run a petty shop and you say that if somebody asks, what is your dream in a petty shop? You say that I want to start a chain of 1,000 petty shops across India and people laugh at it, that is dream. You all with me? And when Gandhi said, I'm going to get a freedom, that is dream. When Martin Luther King said that I have a dream, one day the sons of the slaves and the sons of the masters of the slaves sit together and dine together. What a dream, man. I repeat, sons of the slaves and the sons of the slaves of the master sit together. Wow, in the same table and dine together. That's called dream. If that is the way the dream is built. And if you have such a key, I think your first turn is done. Your first turn is done. So the first key to your potential is the dreamers are the saviors of the world. The second key, I'm giving you the second key, right? You are ready with your dream. You know where you're going to walk and what is your direction. As it is been rightly said, in spite of traveling thousands of kilometers, you find yourself in a wrong direction. It's better to make a U-turn. I repeat. Today, you think that you want to make a U-turn, do it. No problem. Instead of traveling in the wrong direction, it's better to make a U-turn. So the second key is discipline. Self-control and well-directed thoughts a man, right? I'll tell you, my dear friends, that's very important. The control of a mind, body, and it's very, very important, right? You may be in which part of the world, east, west, north, or south of the world, but I'll tell you, man is a combination of a hardware and a software which has to be synced together. The software is the mind, hardware is your body, and if you sync together, you work faster. And if you have a bigger space of a learning of 1 TB or 10 TB, you learn faster. And I'll put it to you, my dear friends, whenever a software gets struck, a laptop gets struck, or a computer gets struck, you use the 3 key called Control Alt Delete, right? Control Alt Delete, a taskmaster comes. And I'm telling you here, you must know how to control yourself. You must know what are the things to be deleted in yourself, and you must know what are the characters to be altered in yourself. I put it in a very simple way. Control Alt Delete your personality, right? You must know what to be controlled. You must know what to be altered in your personality, what to be deleted in your personality. That is called self-control and well-directed thoughts a man can ascend. And I can say here, he who accomplished little must sacrifice little. Please be with me. If you want to become an APDC counselor, sacrifice little. He who would achieve more, sacrifice more. If you want to become a national president, that your sacrifice is little big. And if you want to be a world president, your sacrifice is bigger. Hello. It's as simple as that. Your volume of your success is based on your volume of your sacrifice. What does this sacrifices mean? Sir, I have a discipline. I have a discipline in my thought. I have a discipline in my character. When I become angry, I don't shout because I want to become a world president. I become angry, I don't shout because I want this customer to be with me. If I being sorrowful, I will not share it to my family because my family will be sorrowful. So that's called self-control and well-directed thoughts a man can assemble. He who can accomplish little must sacrifice little. He would achieve more must sacrifice more, and he who achieve highly must sacrifice greatly. And with this, I'm going to the third key. The key to potential, the third key. First is dream, the second is sacrifice, the third one is calmness, the balance. The calmness of a mind is one of the beautiful jewel of wisdom. I repeat, one thing you have it, my dear friends.
Alert from
Nobody in this world can.
Full.
Sorry. One thing you do it, my dear friends. Nobody in this world can disturb you. You know what is that? The calmness of a mind. If a storm comes, still you are calm. When the COVID comes, still you're strong. As somebody went to Walt Disney became 8 times billionaire. What do you mean by this 8 times billionaire? He became a billionaire, then he started a project, he went to pauper. He made a big money, then he do new project, he become a bankrupt. 8 times billionaire means 8 times he was a bankrupt. And somebody went to Walt Disney and asked, what are you doing? He said, I'm living my life. Thank you very much. I'm living my dream, man. Don't disturb me, right? Don't disturb me. What's bothering you? That's called calmness of a mind. It's one of the beautiful jewels of the world. And the calm man can govern anything in this world. A calm man can influence anybody in this world. You need not to be tall, you need not to be smart, you need not to be charismatic, you need not to be very communicative, you need not to be well educated, you need not to have all the money in the world, but you have a calm mind to think you can control anybody in the world. So, that is the third key. And I spoke about 3 keys, my dear friends. The first one, the dreamer. The second one, the discipline. The third one, the jewel of the wisdom, that is the calm. The calmness. You keep these 3 and you move forward in your life. And finally, I want to say, I got last 2 minutes. So I'll close with 2 minutes. Right? Each one of us come into this world with an assignment to fulfill. And that assignment is called potential. In every seed, there is a forest. I repeat. You see a forest that is not started by somebody. It is from one seed, right? So APDC, you're all putting the seeds to create a forest. Thank you very much for your great job, and I appreciate it. In every fish, there is a school of fish. In every bird, there is a flock of bird. In every cow, there is a herd of cow. In every girl, there is a woman. And in every boy, there is a man. And in every man, there is a nation. And finally, in every success, there shall be a JCA member. Thank you very much, and over to the coordinator. Thank you very much, sir. Over to you. Suman, it's all yours, the floor. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, it's amazing. What an energy you have, sir. I'm getting a high goosebump. And it's thrilling that you open the brain, yes, unlock the potential. I'm sure there is a lot of the overflow in chat, in Facebook Live. Oh my God, it's an amazing show. And it's a huge respect for you, sir. It's amazing. And we're getting very good high goosebump. Thank you for all the participation who joined, and we're joining today's APDC Facebook page and Zoom, as well as all around the world, for dynamic training and for dynamic outbox, all the thing. And I am getting a lot of feedback and a lot of messages that you should come physically. That's amazing. Thank you, speaker. Thank you to today's trainer, Dr. G. Subramaniam, for energetic and very learning session. So thank you all the participants around the globe for joining us. Thank you. Please keep streaming on in our APDC page, www.jciapdc.com, and our Facebook official page for exciting contents. And to let you know, we have more sessions left in 25 July, Saturday, in APDC Connects and Future Forward. So please join us. Thank you for today's session. 1 hour passed so fast, it was not accepted, like it's just past 1 hour. So So thank you so much for the session. We'll be joining more ahead. Thank you and goodbye to all the participation of here.